What was your reaction when you saw the news that the NFL had appealed this 6-game ban?
You know, I wasn't terribly surprised, Field. I think we can start by saying I don't think Roger Goodell wanted to be in this position. They created this new process as part of this CBA because he had gotten dinged so many times for being judge, jury, and executioner. However, this was collectively bargained. The NFLPA did agree to this new process where ultimately he did retain that right. Now, why am I not surprised? Well, frankly, if you read Judge Sue Robinson's report and her findings on the Deshaun Watson case, she largely agreed with the NFL's conclusions. In the report, in the section labeled findings, she says that the NFL did meet the civil standard for establishing that sexual assault took place, that she believed there was unwanted touching, that Watson went into these sessions with a sexual intent. She said all of this, but ultimately decided on 6 games for 2 reasons. One, precedent. Now, as we talked about yesterday, that precedent was largely under the old system, which many people criticized when it came to cases involving sexual assault, and domestic violence. And then the other reason was her interpretation of what the term nonviolence means. Basically, she felt that this was an example of a case where violence did not occur. I disagree with that. Again, as we discussed yesterday, I don't believe that is a correct interpretation of sexual violence. And again, Roger Goodell is being put in a difficult position where he has to face, I think, 2 largely competing impulses. One is, do you want to start off this new system by going back to that old process where you are the judge, right? Where some might say, well, you're undermining her decision, even though it was agreed upon that he could play this role. And I think reckoning with his own history when it comes to these cases and the public backlash that's taken place. You know, we think back to 2014 when Ray Rice was suspended for just 2 games after a domestic violence incident that was later expanded. That's probably one of the, I would say, most damaging moments of Roger Goodell's career. Now he's in a position again dealing with a very public case involving, in this case, sexual assault, and I have to think he is taking his own legacy into mind when making this final decision.
Yeah, and Mina, you talked about that a couple days ago when the news first broke on Monday's edition of NFL Live. What sort of responsibility does the league have? And I'm not just talking about the player on the field, but for a league that vows to stand for certain things, and this punishment which suggests they don't take those certain things, like the importance of women to this league, as seriously as they sometimes proclaim.
Well, the league wanted, we know this, an indefinite suspension. We know where they stand. We know how they view this case, and we know what they want to happen. I have to think that's going to factor into their ultimate decision, irrespective of the decision that the judge made based on precedent. And here's the thing about precedent, Field. It only exists until somebody changes it. And Roger Goodell does have the ability to change it right now in response to the public backlash to this 6-game decision.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.